Hello again, guys. This is going to be step 4 of the solving process. You should already have done step 1, 2 and 3, which is the white cross, the white corners and the centre equatorial layer, and hopefully you are already comfortable with the process for solving those. If you're not, I would definitely suggest you go back to my previous videos and learn how to solve those before moving on to this part. You want to be comfortable with those preferably before moving on to this next section. Excuse me. If you are already comfortable with those, then yes, step 4 is what you need next. What we're going to do in this section is orient the yellow cross. So the 4 edge pieces in the final layer, we're going to orient them. Now, we're not going to worry about what position they're in, we're just going to make sure they're all facing the same way, so we've got a cross of yellow stickers on the top face. Now the corner pieces, some may be oriented correctly, some may not. You don't need to worry about them as long as you get the cross of edge pieces with the centre. That's what all we're interested in by the end of this step. Now there are only 3 possible scenarios that you can be in at this stage. You could be like this, where you've got just the centerpiece yellow and all the others are different colours. None of the yellow edge pieces are facing the top. You can also be in this state, where you've got 2 edge pieces that are adjacent to each other facing upwards, or you can also be in this state where you've got 2 edges but they're opposite each other facing upwards. And of course there is also a possible 4th state where you've got all 4 edge pieces oriented correctly. Now I'm going to go through them one at a time, exactly how you go about solving them. So I'll just get it back to where we were before. Right, now as you can see, all my coins happen to have jumped into oriented positions now, but that's irrelevant. At the moment we have no edges oriented correctly whatsoever. So all we do here, you can have the cube facing any direction you like. It really is completely irrelevant at this point, and you perform this simple algorithm. So it's F R U R inverted, U inverted, F inverted, and that will always lead you to a situation like this, where you have 2 pieces oriented which are adjacent to each other. Now this conveniently leads us on to the next scenario that I listed a minute ago. We've got 2 edge pieces oriented correctly that are adjacent to each other. Now to solve this to the cross stage, we'd basically do the same algorithm as we've done before just now, but with one small difference. When we do the F turn at the start of the algorithm, instead of just turning the F face, we turn 2 layers, so we're actually turning the centre layer as well, as so. And the way I want to have it lined up is so that one of the correctly oriented pieces is on the front and one of them is on the right hand side. So you then do that F turn where you're doing 2 layers deep, as so, and then you do the algorithm basically the same as we just did before. So it's R U R inverted, U inverted, and then we do F inverted again, but once again we're doing it 2 layers deep. So we're turning the pieces back as we had before, and you can see we've now got our yellow cross. Now the only other situation that you need to be aware of, as we had before, is this one, where you've got 2 pieces oriented correctly, but they are opposite each other this time instead of adjacent to each other. Now in this situation we perform exactly the same algorithm again. We have the 2 pieces horizontal on the upper face, so one on the left, one on the right, and we do the original first algorithm. So it's F U, sorry I said that wrong, F R U R prime R inverted, sorry, U inverted, F inverted. So let me just do that one more time just to make sure that I didn't confuse anybody with saying it wrong slightly there. So it's, you have them horizontal, one on the left, one on the right of the correctly oriented pieces, and we form F, R, U, R inverted, U inverted, F inverted. As you can see, that provides us with that final cross that we needed. So that's as simple as that. As you can see, it's mainly just one algorithm you need to learn. You just need to remember that when you've got that L shape with the two edges adjacent to each other, you have to turn when you do the F turn, you have to turn 2 layers deep, so you turn in the middle layer as well, and otherwise you're just doing that same algorithm for every situation. So that's quite easy to learn. So yep, once again I would suggest doing all the previous steps of the tutorials leading up to this, and then repeating this step, and then scrambling the cube again until you're comfortable with all those different steps of the tutorial before moving on to the next step, which is step 5 obviously, which will be orienting the corners. And I'll see you in that one. Take care now. Bye.